Hi guys, and welcome back to Tommy's Starcraft. This is your host Tommy with another Starcraft Remastered replay for you guys. Once again we have a great engagement in between two pro players from the South Korean scene. So let me just start by introducing the players to you guys. We have spawning here in the upper left in the brown, it is Flash. And his opponent is going to be none other than spawning here in the lower right in the white, it is Mind. So two pro players from the South Korean scene. Of course most guys of you know who Flash is. He is of course considered to be one of the best, if not the best player in this game. But Mind is also not a Terran who should be underestimated, as we've seen him fighting here against Jaedong on this channel and doing pretty well against him. So a Terran mirror matchup here on Othello. Othello, very beautiful map. Let's just see exactly what these two players have prepared for us, as their APM is actually really high here for Mind. But Flash a little bit chilled out, only at 150 APM, as he's opening up here with a supply depot. I believe the same can be said of course about Mind as well, as we have a mirror match. So both players are placing their supply depots next to their command centers, given the fact that they perhaps wish to wall in here a little bit and just protect those SCVs as fast as possible. And let's just see what exactly the different build order is going to be between these two players, sorry, as more and more SCVs are of course being spawned now here by both players. So I'm of course expecting a lot of mechanical units. Of course it is a known fact that most Terrans do like to go for mechanical units, siege tanks. Vultures should be early on made, and perhaps some Goliaths later on. It would be nice of course to see some battle cruiser later on and some race perhaps. So yeah, let's just see, even perhaps a nuke would be really nice to cast a game with a nuke. And we already have a different build order here by Flash, as he's already going out with his SCV here into this position. So there's no barracks here for him, no gas. And let's just have a look at Mind. Mind of course already built up that gas, his barracks is also almost finished. So a greedy gameplay here by Flash, I really like that. And let's just see exactly what he is going to do now. Finally he's going for his barracks, as he's feeling of course very confident here between in this game, in between Mind also building another supply depot. So we already have a different build order now. Flash with a fast expansion, and now also going for his gas. So let's just see exactly when Mind is going to scout this position. One SCV is already moving out here on the map, but it's just a scouting SCV, as the first Marine has also been built here. Notice that Mind is only building one Marine here and already uplifts his barracks, so that's very interesting enough. This should be his factory. So Mind with a faster build order here, but of course he didn't went for a fast expansion just like Flash. He's going to scout his position, not finding anything, and then in the next position he is of course going to find out where Flash is hiding. At the same time, interestingly enough, he's moving here his barracks out on the map, so this could be of course a scouting barracks. Very interesting stuff here by this player. Flash now with his factory, I believe it should be. Let's have a look indeed, as he's only making one Marine, but the next Marine has also joining here the fight pretty soon. SCV makes it out on the map, and he should of course spot the location here from Flash, as Flash is also sending out here his first scouting SCV. No, actually it's just a normal SCV building this should be a bunker of course. Yes, it's a bunker, as the SCV tries to make it up the ramp, but it's nicely being blocked here by Flash. So Flash doing a nice job here. However, Mind already knowing that it is a early expansion build up here. More and more Marines are of course being added here by Flash, given the fact they will be put into that bunker. And the same strategy here from Flash, also lifting up here his barrack as he's moving out around the map just to scout the enemy's position. Let's have a look. Flash is changing his mind. He's not scouting the upper right, as he's going straight in the lower right here. SCVs are already being transferred here, but Flash with a 6 more lead of SCVs against Mind here. Mind with his second factory. Let's have a look. There's also another second factory here for Flash, and what will be the first units? Actually tanks here from Flash, also tanks here from Mind, as they don't decide yet to go for vultures. And that's pretty interesting, you know, vultures here. Vultures in my opinion very good in a Terran mirror matchup, as these two barracks are meeting now here on the map. Flash even attacking here this refinery, so everything looks pretty normal right now, as both players will of course transition now into mechanical units. No more bio here for them. Let's have a look at this building. It's a Terran armory, of course, for those upgrades, and the first starport is already up here for Mind. Same can be said here for Flash. After the 5-minute marks, we can see that both players decide to go into their starports, so we might see, of course, it would be really nice to see some battle cruiser, but let's just see what they both will choose. The barracks here from Mind makes it into the main from Flash. He sees everything here, doesn't spot yet the two factories, but he's pretty confident and sure that he's hiding them somewhere. So 2 factory versus 2 factory and a starport, and let's just see exactly what they will go. Battle cruisers, perhaps a race will be an option. Another supply depot is being built here, and Flash constantly add more workers here against Mind, and he's already at 40 versus the 33. One worker a little bit lazy here, not just staying here, but perhaps Flash is going to build more and more supply depots into this position. So a little bit of a stalemate now. Mind with his tanks in the front just to avoid the aggression here. Any early aggression here for Flash. Flash already with 2 Goliaths here out, so he's already expecting some air units here. Did he even know? No upgrades yet, perhaps for both players. No upgrades, so 3 tanks with 2 Goliaths, also with 2 Goliaths here with some Marines, and also some tanks are making it out on the map here for Flash. We also have a nice vulture here by Mind. Perhaps this vulture is going to be used more to explore the map. Perhaps he's going to lay some mines. It would be pretty good to lay some mine, given the fact that there's no science vessel yet out here for Flash, but the same can be said here for Mind. But look at that, he's actually going into some dropships, so that's very interestingly enough. And let's have a look what exactly Flash is going. Also dropship gameplay, so dropship gameplay versus dropship gameplay here by both players in this mirror match. Where is that dropship? I just lost it. It should be here around the map. Let's just have a look. Well, Flash is actually moving out here with his Goliaths in that dropship and the 4 tanks, so I have to be very careful here, as we already have a drop here nicely being done here by Mind, but he just kills 2 SCVs and makes its way out. Now he has to be very careful here with his dropship, and it might get intercepted here by a Flash. Flash also out with his second dropship, so both players just trying to, of course, hurt the economy one of the other. Flash chasing this dropship with the Goliaths into this dropship, but he's not yet making it out. This is just an SCV, so like I told you guys, I have to be very careful here with those dropship harassment. And it is really nice job here by Flash, already attacking this high ground here with his barracks inside. So Flash pretty confident here, already establishes the middle of the map here, retreats his dropships. Perhaps he's going to bring more and more units into this middle base here for him, and at the same time he's also expanding. We have the almost 9-minute mark, almost 10-minute mark, as Flash decides to expand into his third 0-0 upgrades for him. Let's have a look at Mind's upgrades, also 0-0. Slowly but steadily both of them are moving out, just to try to get a good position here for their... Is Flash actually attacking on the barracks for Mind here? We have 3 dropship here, so perhaps he's going to abuse this ledge, but the barracks here has good sight here, and it's even getting repaired by that SCV. 2 SCVs here out on the maps just for scouting purposes, and perhaps Mind is going to expand into this position, but the SCV from Flash sees everything, so slowly but steadily once again Flash wishes to get that economic advantage here against Mind. 58 workers for both players, as we're closing slowly but steadily at the 10-minute mark here, and Mind also deciding to expand here. Flash's expansion, however, a little bit faster than his opponent. Let's have a look at the main from the both players. 4 factories with 1 starport. Hold on, we have a great engagement here. Flash with sieges up here and makes it really nice just to kill so many units here for Mind. Mind, however, has some more units here left, so Flash needs to be careful, but somehow with that better micro here he's able to kill all of those units and even kills this factory. So a nice early push here by Flash, and he did kill, he has actually more than 20 supply here in his favor, so really good job here by him. Nicely done here by him. Sadly I missed the start here, so perhaps we had a drop with those dropships, but Flash making it out really good, as his siege tanks were already sieged up, and once again he's just retreating a little bit. Perhaps he's going to repair those tanks. He's also establishing some turrets here just for that vision, just for those attacks against the dropships from the enemy. And yeah, Mind leaking his wound a little bit, but his economy still looks very strong. He's at 63 workers, as he's preparing once again a drop here. Let's have a look what he has. One siege tank, as more and more units will of course be added now, so he perhaps is going to once again try to do a drop into this position. More and more tanks are being added. And yeah, let's just have a look where exactly Flash is actually hiding, in the middle of the map with a nice location here, just to gain more and more control here. It would be really nice if the siege tanks would be able to attack air from this position, but yeah, sadly that's not possible. However, it would be, given the fact that they are on a higher ground here, but that would be of course way too imbalanced here. Now let's just have a look. Both players once again with the dropships are trying to get as many units as possible, are trying to get a good position for them, just to hurt the economy of the enemy of as much as possible here. More and more Goliaths are being added here. And yeah, let's have a look at the expansion. Is already pumping minerals. The same can be said about Mine's expansion. These dropships should be full. Let's have a look where the destination for them is going to be, as they're just still a little bit defensive. A nice engineering bay into this position, just to see some early aggression here. A nicely placed turret here by Flash, just to see exactly when the enemy is going to perhaps try to expand into this position. So Flash really greatly expanded all over the map. You can see he always leaves something at those expansion, perhaps a turret, perhaps a SCV, another turret here, so he just tries to create perhaps a beeline, just to see exactly when or where a drop might come here from the enemy. So he just wishes to have as much vision as possible. The same can be said about Mind as well, as he's also placing turrets here. His engineering bay is into this position. There's even a Goliath here attacking that turret here from a Flash. So both players still try to find a very good position for their drop. As look at that, Flash once again is expanding into this position. A little bit dangerous, but he's feeling very confident, given the fact that his army is in the near proximity. Mind also tries to move out here with his army just to kill something here. These Goliaths will sadly fall here for Flash. At the same time, Flash is moving out here with his dropships. He's going to kill ASCV here. Let's have a look at their mains really quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 factories here for Mind. And let's have a look at Flash's main, also with 6 factories, 1 starport, and even a science facility is being added here. We have some engagement here. Sadly, Flash is going to lose one of his siege tanks. Also lost this turret here. So Mind doing a really good job here. Flash, however, constantly with that 20 more supply lead, as his first battle went into his victory. So he did win that first battle here against Mind. Nicely done by him, as he's now trying to perhaps to get a good drop here, but Mind has a good job with those turrets. Another turret here, even some siege tanks. At the same time, Mind is trying to secure perhaps this position, as he wishes to expand here. Flash already sending out some of his troops here, but Mind is already sieging up. So yes, let's just have a look. Also Flash is sieging up here. We have many siege tanks here against those Goliaths. This siege tank is not going to be able to kill these Goliaths, and more units are being brought here by Flash. However, this look at that, Mind now with a huge engagement here, with a huge drop, is going to be of course able to kill the enemy units of Flash here. So nicely done here by him, as he secures this upper ledge here. Flash is regrouping in the middle of the map, brings more and more of his reinforcements. Perhaps he's going to try a drop somewhere, as this barracks is going to scout the fact that Flash has expanded into this position, but both players at the same account of players of SCVs here, of workers, Flash, however, slowly but steadily moving more and more into the enemy territory here, as he's also going for that engineering bay and even expanding into this position. So very greedy and very nice gameplay here by him. At the same time, Flash is going to clean this small army unit composition here by mine. So this was the idea from mine, just to expand into this position, but Flash not allowing that, as he brought mostly of his units here into this position and cancels here the base of mine. So mine in a little bit of trouble. This position is once again going to be taken here by Flash. So Flash making a great deal here, but mine is not going to allow this, as he's once again coming in with his dropship with those units, and he's very likely going to cancel this expansion. However, we see also an army move out here by Flash. Mine needs to be careful here not to lose some of his dropships, as there's so many Goliaths. At the same time, Flash expanding into this position here, so he might have a strong engagement here. Nice position here for the siege tanks here from Mind, as they will deal damage to this command center, and really nice job here by Mind. Also cancelling here this expansion here for the Terran. We have 0 to 1 upgrades here for Mind. Let's have a look at the upgrades here from Flash. Also 0 to 1. So both players not giving that much importance here to their upgrades. A nice beeline here by Mind, so Flash needs to be careful here. Both players are at the same amount of an army. Their economy also looking very strong here. But yeah, let's have a look who is going to make the first mistake. The more vision is possible here for both players. We have Flash once again coming in with so many dropships here, but the siege tanks are already being sieged up here by Mind. Now Flash is sieging up, and he did lose quite a lot of numbers of dropships here, but was it worthy, as Mind also has this position in the high ground. So sadly for Flash, he has to wait, of course, now for some dropships. That was a very strong move by him, but Mind punishing that those dropships with those Goliaths. So nicely done here by Mind, as Flash has to retreat a little bit here now, and this is also being controlled by Mind. So we will see perhaps Flash is going to take some damage here, as Flash did lose this expansion, and Mind perhaps will re-expand here. But at the same time, look at that, Flash decides to go for the upper right ground here for his expansion. At the same time, even expanding into this position and also establishing a Goliath here. So once again, Flash knew that he lost the lower left part of the map to this strong army composition here by Mind. But at the same time, he just buys time here for his expansion into this position and this position. So at this time, actually Mind only mining from this position and this position here. Actually, he wants to establish this position, but Flash is already moving out here, and notice that his main army composition is into the middle of the map, so Mind needs to find a way here just to expand somewhere. Slowly but steadily the minerals for him will fall. He sends a small troop here from a small army group here, but Flash is all ready for that, as he's going to intercept this pretty easily here. Let's have a look. Flash did lose many dropship, let's not forget that, and already the both players have to siege up here. We have a nice drop prepared now here for Mind dropping all of those units into Flash's face there, but some of his siege tanks have been sieged up. At the same time, some of the siege tanks have not been sieged up, and Mind is leaving the game knowing that perhaps he did scan this position and this position, and he knew that Flash just had the economic advantage here at the same time, so he didn't expand in here nor here. So with that drop, sadly for him, he did lose so much of his army. 40 supply of his army was lost, as Flash could have easily now moved in here. Even 3 dropships have made it here for Flash. So nice Terran mirror matchup here. Let's have a look at the statistics a little bit. Here we go. Just a moment please. Here we go. APM, we're looking very strong here for Mind. His average 315. I will just click a little bit all over the layout, so you guys can see exactly the statistics here for both players. A really great matchup here. I know I shouldn't be saying this, I'm not much of a fan of mirror match, but then again it's Flash, and of course Mind also very talented and strong Terran player. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this replay. I will be seeing you of course in the next replay. This is Tommy signing out.